Hello, my name is David Carty. I'm a sophomore at Yale University, and for my EOS submission, I would like to talk about lopsided trades in sports. So, starting with my presentation, I want to talk about why teams trade, and this is basically a pretty simple message of wanting to win. Usually you want to improve your team to possibly contend from a fringe playoff team to a higher playoff seed, or from a fringe playoff team to a higher seed and possibly a better team in the playoffs, and so on and so forth. And so it's basically about winning a title. But I also want to explore other options. For example, fan and media pressure. Maybe fans are not coming to games and you really need a superstar to create buzz in the community, or maybe even a owner understands that the team is going to be sold soon and they simply need to make the team and the franchise more profitable and attractive for possible new owners in the future. After that, I want to talk about other situations that can cause lopsided trades. So through a number of examples I want to look at differences between whether trades take place during a draft and there's a deadline, whether trades are occurring in the off season, or whether trades occur near a trading deadline, and how that can change people's perspectives and possibly cause them to make decisions they wouldn't in other situations. Following that, I just want to look at a number of case studies, just a number of examples of trades that have occurred throughout all the sports. For example, in baseball, whether prospects are involved, and whether if a prospect turns into a great player, whether that's a problem dealing with scouting or if it's simply luck. And when a team in the front office, I'm not sure I'll be able to find a lot of credible information on this, but if there are disputes between, let's say, a general manager and a head of scouting and the owner also, how tie breaks are made, whether an owner just says this is what we're going to do, and if, let's say, the owner is against the scouts or versus the scouts in terms of opinion on whether the trade should be conducted or not. Looking at, if I can find any data, looking at whether when you overlook scouting advice, whether in the long run that hurts you or that helps you. I'd also look at things like in the NBA, where a team, let's say in the last couple of years, 3 major trades that have occurred have been with Pau Gasol, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen, and whether when one player is traded for a number of players and or picks, whether the team 1, 2, 5 years down the line fares better if they're the team that receives the one player, or the number of picks and or players, and how that affects the teams down the road. Another thing I want to look at also is the factor of thinking you're one player away, and that effect, and seeing how if teams really can be one player away, and if they're actually overlooking the fact that by trading away picks and or players that they think are expendable to get that one coveted player or draft pick that will turn into a player that will save the franchise, whether they've changed the roster to such a degree that they no longer actually, even with their new savior, aren't really one player away anymore. And after looking at all of this data, I just want to bring it to the audience of and give some of my own suggestions of how we in the future in the sports community and individual teams can not have lopsided trades, and what are some factors that can be looked out for that would show that a lopsided trade is about to occur, and how you can avoid that. So I'm going to look at a number of sports: baseball, basketball, football, maybe even hockey, but I don't think so, and just look at all the situations and see what I can find for the evidence. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much.